Amiibos. Probably one of Nintendo's greatest inventions of all time. They're just so much fun to collect. And that's why I'm going to show off my collection of them. Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew. It's me. Once again, like I said before, I'm going to be showing off my Amiibo collection. I don't have a massive collection. I'm just basically doing this because I don't really have any other ideas for videos at the moment. I mean, I could review some movies, like some regular movies. I might do that later on. I mean, it's the beginning of May, but, you know, and it's also really, really late right now, so my TV's on right now. Like the Nintendo Switch menu is on right now because, you know, if I turn on the light, it's just gonna be a little bit more frustrating, I think, to see. But anyways, I'm gonna show off all my Amiibos, unboxed and boxed. I mostly keep them in boxes, but you know, that's because, you know, I like to become a collector of certain things. But, you know, let's get into it, okay? Some of these are Japanese imports, but, you know, as long as they're Amiibos, like they're still regular Amiibos and not some knockoff Amiibos, then I still find them eligible. But anyways, let's get to it. Alright, first things first, we're going to go to unboxing ones that have been unboxed. The reason why these are unboxed is because I got them used at a store, but, you know, I'm fine. First off, we got Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. I know there's going to be the remaster for the Switch coming this month, by the end of the month, and I'm really looking forward to getting that. I do have it for the Wii, but, you know, I don't really use the Wii that much anymore, because I don't know. I think it would make more sense to play it on the Switch. I have beaten Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which unfortunately Shulk isn't in, but I really like the design here. I really like how the Monado looks. It looks really, 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 really nice, and I like his pose. I mean, it has a really good pose, and I like these things right here, like these little white things to keep him from, you know, falling down. And I'm sorry if it's blurry, but I think it looks better if I turn it back. But anyways, Shulk, he's a really cool protagonist for Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay, next up we have Ness from Earthbound. I really like Earthbound. It's a really fantastic game. It kind of reminds me a lot like Undertale, which Undertale got the inspiration from Earthbound. I really like the way he looks, I mean, and the way he's pointing. I mean, he's just pointing at whatever, so, like, hey, where's the Shulk Amiibo? It's right there, so yeah, so it's pretty useful for the most part if I just wanted to point where I find it pretty cool. But anyways, there's that. The infamous Rob the Robot, one of the worst NES accessories of all time. But hey, he's still a pretty cool Amiibo and character in Smash Brothers. I mean, I like the design. It's just. So yeah, if you don't know what Rob is, it's basically, I like how there's a switch like right back there. It doesn't work, but I just feel that it's pretty funny that, you know, if you don't know what Rob is like this robot buddy thing that you can play Nintendo games with. Only 2 of them though, and it didn't sell very well. Probably just as bad as the Power Glove. But, you know, with Rob the Robot, we got pretty cool action. It's like a really cool like action figure thing. Like, it would be really cool if he could move around, but, you know, we just got Rob, pretty cool figure. Mamma mia, you cannot have an Amiibo collection without the plumber himself. I really like the pose here. I also like how you know, red, it's red at the bottom, and basically this is one of the Mario Party 10 Amiibos, which I never played. I think I only played one Mario Party game. I mean, I do have Mario Party 2 for the N64. I never actually played it because, you know, I don't have that many friends to play with. But anyways, I'm more of a single player guy anyways. But you know, the Mario Amiibo, I do prefer the Smash Brothers Amiibo, which we will get to eventually. I do have that, and it is unboxed, so yeah, but I like this pose, you know, for the most part. Alright, now we got the Splatoon Inkling, the Inkling girl, from Splatoon, of course. I really like the look of it. I mean, I really like how, you know, the back is, I really like how on the back it looks like there's, ink in the tank. You know, it looks really cool. I like how it's not all the way full, and I like the splatter on, you know, the underneath of the the platform that she's on. I'm not sure what to call these, but you know, it looks really, really, really nice. And next up, I have probably one of the more harder to find amiibos, Shovel Knight. I got this for like, you know, $25, and I didn't play Shovel Knight at the time, but I really wanted to get into Shovel Knight, and I have been playing Shovel Knight. It's a really hard but really fun game. I mean, it's basically a throwback to all the retro games, specifically the NES games of the 80s and 90s, or late 80s, early 90s. And it's just a fantastic game. And I like how, you know, you can scan this one to, like, you know, power up your character as you go throughout. But it's a really cool amiibo figure. I like how, you know, he's holding his shovel, so but you really got to be careful with that. So yeah, this Bowser one I think is way too freaking big. I mean, look, it even looks like he's starting to come off the platform, and I don't know why, but I feel like you could use this as a weapon. Like, the spikes are actually pretty sharp, so you really got to be careful when holding this one. I really like, this is also a Mario Party amiibo, so that's basically all I really have to say about that. Alright, the villager from Animal Crossing. I think this is the only Animal Crossing amiibo I really need, because basically those other amiibos are used for a game called Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, which most people just really despise and consider it one of the worst Wii U games of all time. And I have played one Animal Crossing game, Animal Crossing New Leaf. I mean, I think it's a great game. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I mean, yeah, it's the perfect game to play if you're stressed out while you're being quarantined for the most part. But you know, the Animal Crossing Villager for Smash Brothers, it's pretty cool. That's mostly what I gotta say about that. Okay, I think that is it for the unboxed ones. Now let's go for the inboxed ones. Starting off the inboxed ones, I have Pac-Man. I got this one at Best Buy a while ago, like a year and a half ago. So do I really have to say anything? I mean, of course I'm gonna get a lot of Smash Brothers amiibos, because that's mostly the ones I want to get, is the Smash Brothers amiibos, because with all the characters that have been released in Smash, you know, I really hope one day we do get more Smash Brothers characters as amiibos, like Banjo-Kazooie, Joker from Persona 5. Where is that goddamn Persona 5 amiibo? I mean, come on, he's been in Smash for a year now. And I think there's a Piranha Plant amiibo. I'm not entirely sure. You know what? I think there is. And Terry, Byleth, you know. But you know, I really like this amiibo a lot. Next up is Ridley from Metroid. It's really cool that you know, a lot of people were debating, like, will she ever be in Smash? Is it a she or a he? I think it might be a he. Will ever be released in Smash? And what do you know? He is in Smash, and it's pretty cool to see him in Smash. I mean, given the fact that he's like a dragon, you know, thing, an evil dragon monster thing, and it's actually really cool to see. And I'm really glad. I really like this amiibo too. Next up, the son of Bowser himself, Bowser Jr. This was a really hard to find amiibo, I mean, at the time, but, you know, I was in New York City, and I saw, before I was about to leave, I went to the Nintendo store one more time, and they stocked up, and they had the Bowser Jr. amiibo, and this was amiibo that I really wanted to get. I really like how he's inside his clown car, and it was just a really unique figure to see, and I'm so happy that I got this. It didn't even cost me that much. I mean, online, it costed about like I don't know, $60, but I saw this at a Nintendo store for like $15, so that was a really good deal. Alright, I got Pikachu right here. Pikachu, do I have to say anything? The most famous Pokemon of all time, who is also in Smash Brothers, obviously, because, but I haven't played that many Pokemon games. The only one I played is Pokemon Sun and Moon for the 3DS. Would I play the ones for the Nintendo Switch? Probably when they go on sale, maybe Like, like, there's like, I think two, well, technically four on the Switch, but, you know, I've heard, you know, critics really enjoy those games, but fans are really skeptical. Like, fans despised, for the most part, Pokemon, Sword and Shield, but, you know, I shouldn't really get into all that, but I really like the Pikachu amiibo. I mean, it's pretty cute for the most part. Would I get the other Pokemon amiibos? Definitely. One day down the road, I think I might. I am really surprised that this amiibo right here is more cheaper than, this amiibo. And that's the gold Shovel Knight amiibo. There's more Shovel Knight amiibos out there. There's like a pack, like a 3-pack, which is pretty cool. But I was really surprised. I mean, given the fact that this is the gold edition, I saw this at GameStop and I was all like, holy crap, I need this bad boy. And I do have this bad boy. I got it for like 16 bucks. It was really, really cool to see. And you can level up this one with and unlock a new power, which is pretty cool. But, you know, just in case it does end up being rare, I'm not going to take it out of the box. I'm not really going to take any of these out of the box, but, you know, like I said before, Shovel Knight, it's a fantastic game. I think you should definitely play it. I really like this one. You know, it's a shame that this is cheaper than the gold Mario, which is still... It's not even the rarest Mario. Like, there's so many other amiibos that cost up to like $10,000. I'm not even kidding. Dr. Mario, which used to be an Amazon exclusive, but I saw they had one at Best Buy. I haven't ever played the Dr. Mario games, but would I ever? I mean, they look pretty fun. I mean, I'm a big fan of Tetris, so there's that. But you know, I think it's really cool that Dr. Mario, like Dr. Mario fighting regular Mario, like they're basically the same character, except Mario's like in a suit, like a doctor's suit. Like, that's pretty cool. Captain Falcon. I never played any of the F-Zero games. I heard they're supposed to be difficult as hell. But you know, I still got Captain Falcon because I like his pose. It looks pretty cool. It looks like he's kicking like it's like he's in like a soccer game or something, but he's actually in a racing game series. But you know, I just think it looks pretty badass for the most part, so that's why I got it. Next one is Zero Suit Samus. I actually saw this at Five and Below for $5, which was a pretty good deal. I mean, I love the Metroid series, so I got Zero Suit Samus. Looks pretty damn good for the most part. For the most part, I say for the most part, and you know a lot. Somebody should make a compilation of that. But yeah, Zero Suit Samus. I mean, she's not really not wearing a suit. If she was Zero Suit Samus, she would be completely naked. But, you know, it's just because, you know, she's not in her, you know, bounty hunter armor or whatever. Yeah. Next up is probably the rarest amiibo I own, or probably the one that I spent the most money on. Dark Souls, Solare from Dark Souls. What's really cool about this one is that when you scan him, you can do, like, the Praise the Sun pose, which has become one of the biggest memes in video game history. But I love Dark Souls. It's an amazing game, despite it being difficult as hell, and probably going to be one of those games I'm never going to even finish. I'm surprised how far I've gotten. Like, I'm at the Ornstein Smog boss fight. It is hard. Like, my first 2 tries, I couldn't even land a single hit. Like, it's ridiculous. But, you know, Dark Souls, I mean, I really like this pose. It looks super, super nice, and you just saw the glare of my TV there, and you can still see it. But, yeah, Dark Souls Amiibo, like, this is the North American version. I wanted to get the North American version, and I do have the North American version. Alright, next up I got Cloud Strife, who's actually been in Smash Brothers since Smash 4, I believe. Like, at first I thought he was like, I'm not sure, never mind. But anyways, yeah, Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy series. I thought the Final Fantasy 7 remake was fantastic. Go check out my review for that. I really like this pose that he's doing with, you know, the Buster Sword behind his back. And it says right here you can level him up to level 50 or whatever. I'm just reading the back on here. Technically, he was used, like, when I got this at a store, it already said he was used, even though clearly he isn't. I guess somebody had him at a time, and he just threw him out, or whatever. Kind of sad, but hey, I adopted this one. anyways, the cool Mario amiibo with the fireball, like, really, it's really cool. I really like how he's frowning right there. So, yeah, and usually he's the happy plumber guy, but no, he looks pissed. Like, oh, you took my princess again. Damn you, Bowser. But I really like the look of this one. I really like the fireball flame thing, and I like how it's only his hand that's holding onto it, and it doesn't look like anything else. So if it falls off, I would be pissed. But like I said, I'm not taking this one out. All right, next up, I got the Inkling Boy. I know it would make sense if I got the Inkling Girl boxed into. Like, maybe if it's cheap one day, then I could possibly do that. But for right now, I just got the Inkling Boy boxed in. And but this one you can get gear, and it's ready to test your skills with, like, you know, content and stuff. Same levels from the original game, just, you know, with the boy Inkling with yeah. I'm not really gonna get into all that, but Inkling Boy amiibo, really nice. Probably the most unique amiibo I own is the Yarn Yoshi, or actually the Yarn Yoshis. I got the green, the pink, and the blue. What I really like about these ones is that nothing's holding them. Like, you can bounce them around and they're just like... Is something even holding onto them? Like, I think it might, but, you know, I like how you can just bounce this one around and it's just like... but there's like a scanner thing under there. But, you know, it's really different from most other amiibos. Like, it looks more like a little plush toy, but it's really cool. I never actually played Yoshi's Woolly World. I mean, it does look pretty fun. But I got the, you know, regular, I don't have the big one from Toys R Us because that's really, really hard to find. But, you know, I got the Yarn Yoshis, the miniature ones. I don't have regular Yoshi. I do want to get him soon, though. But, yeah, I got the Yarn Yoshis. Looks pretty cool. Alright, Little Mac from the Punch-Out, yeah. I don't really have much to say about Little Mac. All that I know is that he's from Punch-Out, one of the most frustrating NES games of all time. But, you know, I heard it's still supposed to be fun, but, you know, it's really cool to see him in Smash Bros. So, yeah, that's all that I really have to say about that. The Ice Climbers, don't really know what to say about this one. This is one of the newer amiibos that they released back in 2018, about around the time when Smash Brothers Ultimate was released. But it's a really cool figure. I like how both of them are on the amiibo. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. Mr. Game & Watch from the Mr. Game & Watch games. What's really cool about this one is that, you know, he has multiple figures that you can use. Like, you can take this one out and there's, like, other figures packed in, so you can put him in with the platform that he's on. I'm not sure what to call these things. They kind of look like coins, to be honest, when there's Smash Brothers logos underneath them. But, yeah, this is a pretty cool one. Mega Man, or as Japan likes to call him, Rockman. Like, seriously, Rockman, like, I don't... Oh my god, I've had this one up for a really, really long time, haven't I? Oh my god. Yeah, Mega Man, it still looks like Mega Man, so I still have him. I mean, I could unbox the ones with the Japanese imported print on them, but I'm still fine with, you know, the Japanese import. I mean, that's how I got them, so... I'm fine with it. It doesn't really bother me that much. Next up, we got Ryu from the Street Fighter games. I have played some of the Street Fighter games. They're pretty fun. Mostly the ones that are put Street Fighter 2 because that's the one that people play the most. But I've been playing the compilation for the Switch, and it's a pretty fun series. So yeah, he's both in Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom series, and Smash Bros. So he's in 3 fighting games. Franchises, to be exact. I'm not sure if he was in... Was he in the one for the Wii U? I'm not entirely sure. Like, he might have just showed up in Ultimate. I'm not sure. Someone let me know down there. But Ryu in Smash. Ryu from Smash Brothers and Street Fighter. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you get the picture. Lucas, also from Earthbound, or No, not Earthbound. Mother 3. Basically, I'm not sure if Ness is also in Mother 3. I don't think he is. Mother 3 is a Japanese exclusive game, and people really wanted to come to America. But unfortunately, if you wanted to play, you would have to use like an emulator or something. I don't know much about that. All that I know is I played Earthbound. But yeah, Lucas from Mother 3. Alright, this is one that I've been wanting to get my hands on for quite some time, and I did a couple months ago. And Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series. I love the Metal Gear Solid games. Go check out my review for the original game. Snake. It's just given the fact that he's a Konami character in a Nintendo game series, and he's been in this game. He's been in the series since Smash Brothers Brawl. I don't think he was in the one for the Wii U. In fact, I think he just returned in Ultimate, so that's pretty cool to see. I just remembered, I forgot, I do have another Pokemon amiibo, Incineroar. Probably one of my favorite Pokemon in the series. I love how he starts off as a Litten. Those things are just so freaking adorable. But he grows up to become a badass, tiger that shoots fire and stuff. It's really cool. I love playing as him in Smash Brothers. So yeah. And then we got Meta Knight, one of the most popular and most unfair Smash Brothers characters of all time. But he's from the Kirby series. But most people know him in the Smash Brothers series probably because of his moves and stuff, and how it's just the character that has become a big name in the Smash Brothers series. Like, I usually when I get stuck on something in Smash Brothers, I just use Meta Knight, but he's a really cool fighter. I really like him a lot. Alright, and then we got Fox McCloud. It's a shame we haven't gotten a good Star Fox game, or at least a fantastic one, in quite a while. Star Fox Zero was a massive disappointment and a massive failure. I haven't played it, but I heard it is, with its clunky controls, and I don't really play the Wii U that much anymore. But if I do decide to play it, I will. But but I love Star Fox 64. It's one of the best N64 games of all time, and I really like this one. There's also Falco as well, which I might get soon. He's pretty cheap, so. Yeah, but Fox McCloud still looks pretty badass. Okay, and now I have saved the very best ones for last. The rest of these are going to be Zelda Amiibos, because if you know me, I'm a massive fan of the Legend of Zelda series. Starting off is the very first Amiibo I ever got, Wolf, Link, and Midna from Twilight Princess. And yes, I did get this bundled with the game. I got it for my birthday back in 2017. Yeah. This is actually a pretty heavy one. I mean, you can get this one separate, like at Best Buy or Amazon or something. I'm not sure if Best Buy is open right now, but I do know that, actually, yeah, this is probably one of the more heavier Amiibos, probably because, he's standing on, like, rocks or something. But I really like the look here. I really like how Midna is, like, sitting on top of him. I mean, it's a pretty cool looking Amiibo. Yeah. And next, we got Link from the Link's Awakening remake. I love how shiny this one is. I mean, it's really shiny. Probably one of the shinier Amiibos out there. Like, it's really cool, but, I thought the Link's Awakening remake was fantastic. I mean, I had a really fun time with that game. It might not be good as Breath of the Wild, but I still thought it was a fantastic, game. So, yeah. Alright, next up is the Majora's Mask Amiibo. Funny thing, someone in one of the Nintendo groups on Facebook that I was on was actually selling like multiple of these, like he was showing pictures, and I really wanted to get one just in case they weren't anywhere else. So I paid him like 20 bucks, so yeah, and don't worry, I didn't, he did show off the Amiibos, so I was one of the last people to actually get one of the Amiibos from him. So yeah, I got it for like 20 bucks, so I had to wait a few days, and a few days later, got the Majora's Mask Amiibo. Really cool Amiibo. I really like how he's holding the mask here. I do want to get the Ocarina of Time Amiibo, and there was also one for Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, like in his regular form. Is there one for Twilight Princess? Other than the Wolf Link Amiibo? I'm not sure, but I really like the Majora's Mask amiibo a lot. And this one I found at Target, the 8-bit Link amiibo. When I saw this, I was all like, oh my god, I really, really, really need to get this one because I love the design. There's also an 8-bit Mario, regular and colored, but, you know, the Link amiibo, it just looks really, really super cool. Like, if you put it in the shadow, it looks like it's, you know, actually, you know, if he was, like, coming to life. So, yeah. And next up, I have Toon Link from Wind Waker amiibo. Another one of the first amiibos I got. He was actually a bit cheaper than the Smash Brothers Toon Link amiibo, but you know, I really love this pose that he's doing. The Wind Waker is a little bit too big, though. I heard, you know, if you mess around with that too much, it might come out or come off. So yeah, but like I said before, I'm not really going to open these, even though this one is a Japanese import as well. I know there's also a Toon Zelda amiibo, but, you know, the bundle for that was just a little too expensive, so I'm going to have to pay for them separately if I do ever decide to do that as well. Alright, we're getting to the last 4 amiibos. Okay, Toon Link from the Super Smash Brothers series. This is one I've been wanting to get for a really, really, really long time, and I saw it at GameStop for 15 bucks. This one was really, really expensive at the time, but because Smash Brothers Ultimate was coming out, he finally came back out, and for a really good price. I think it was like actually 13 bucks, but, you know, I really wanted to get a Toon Link amiibo because Toon Link is actually my favorite version of Link, but now that I saw that they had a Toon Link amiibo, I was really, really happy, and I was all like, oh, this thing's mine, you can have it. So, yeah, Toon Link. I think I also saw at the Amiibo store, or not Amiibo store, the Nintendo store in New York actually did have a Toon Link amiibo. I would have gotten him there as well if I didn't find this one at GameStop, but, you know, he was just so hard to find for so long. I was so happy to find this one, just sitting there at GameStop, so, yeah. Alright, and Young Link, I know this one was not in Smash Ultimate, or no, he is in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Smash for Wii U and 3DS. I think he started off either in Melee, I think, and then he was in Brawl, and then didn't come back until Ultimate. So yeah, it's really cool to see him back in Ultimate. So yeah, that's just really cool to see. When I saw there was going to be a Young Link amiibo, I just had to get it. I had to. All right, and then we got the baddie himself, Ganondorf. Got this one for like 25 bucks at a store. It's called Second and Charles, in case you don't know. But, you know, I really like this one. It's like really badass. He looks really, really, really threatening in this. I just love the look of it. It just looks really, really good, and I love the way it looks. And I think I'm actually forgetting. Oh wait, these actually aren't the last amiibos. I was gonna show them for last, but I know there's 2 more amiibos up there that I haven't shown, so I'll show those in a minute. Oof, that was close. But anyways, next up, last of the Zelda amiibos, at least that I have, is of course, you know, Link himself, just regular plain old Link. I'm wondering if there's going to be like a Breath of the Wild Smash Brothers Link. I know there's one from, you know, the regular game. There's so many amiibos for Breath of the Wild characters. It is really, really, really crazy. But, you know, I do want to get those eventually. But, you know, with me not having a job at the moment, I mean, I still have my job at the movie theater, but I can't go because, well, etc., etc., etc. And I'm going to have to stop my cat from licking that over there. But yeah, Link, what more can I say? Alright, last 2 amiibos. Samus, regular Samus, from the Smash Brothers series. She's basically in the pose, like, I think this is basically the pose from Metroid Other M, I think that's what it was called. I heard mediocre things about that game, but, you know, this is the Samus from the Smash Brothers series. I mean, it looks really, really cool. There's a really hard one to find where she has, like, double cannons, but, you know, I still like this one. I prefer this one with just the 1 cannon and her arm, so, yeah. Alright, last but definitely not least, Bayonetta. I love the Bayonetta series. It's a hell of a lot of fun. There's actually 2 different versions of Bayonetta. There's this version and another version. I prefer this pose. It just looks a lot more cool. I love the look of this. I love how, you know, all the hair. Yeah, that's hair coming from her suit. You know, it just looks super, super, super cool. And given the fact that, you know, Bayonetta is from an M-rated video game series with cursing and violence, and knowing the fact that she's in a game that's rated E10, and ever since, you know, Smash Brothers for the Wii U, and there's dust everywhere, and given the fact it's rated 6 and up, like, oh, this is from Smash Brothers. I wonder what game this is from. It has to be a really family-friendly game. Oh my god. Oh my god, kids are not gonna know where this character is from. But, yeah. And that is it for my Amiibo collection. If I do get more in the future, then I will remake this video. Probably in like 2 more years or so. It just depends if I do get more. Which I know I will. But that's all my Amiibo collection so far, boxed and unboxed. Hope you guys enjoyed. So, yeah, I just wanted to do another collection video. I thought, you know, since I do feel like I had enough Amiibos, I wanted to do an Amiibo collection. I've been wanting to do one for quite a while. I've been collecting Amiibos since 2017. And, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun collecting them. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I might have some movie reviews in the future if I do feel like it. I usually review movies if I actually feel like reviewing movies. Maybe when, you know, movies that were supposed to come out aren't going to come out at the same time, maybe I'll review those movies. Like I'm thinking of reviewing Candyman, you know, the original Candyman, because as far as I know, that movie hasn't gotten delayed yet, at least I don't think. But I was really looking forward to that film, but, you know, I might review the original film. It's really going to depend, but it's probably not going to be for a while. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.